messo gli occhi su di te, tu sei diversa e non lo sai, tu balli e ridi tra di noi, ma sono tristi gli occhi tuoi, è come sei, somigli un po' a me. Ho messo gli occhi su di te per una storia che non so, che vuoi nascondere ma che sta tutta là negli occhi tuoi, è come sei, somigli un po' a me. Balla, non pensiamoci, balla, divertiamoci, balla, sorridiamoci, balla e diciamoci basta. Ho messo gli occhi su di te, tu sei diversa e non lo sai, qualcosa vuoi dimenticare, tu balli e non ti stanchi mai, è come sei, somigli un po' a me. Ho messo gli occhi su di te, tu sei diversa e non lo sai, tu balli e ridi tra di noi, ma sono tristi gli occhi tuoi, è come sei, somigli un po' a me. Ho messo gli occhi su di te per una storia che non so, che vuoi nascondere ma che sta tutta là negli occhi tuoi, è come sei, somigli un po' a me, è come sei, somigli un po' a me, è come sei, somigli un po' a me.
Hello, good evening and welcome. This is the 38th edition of Starfury Facebook Live. I hope that you've all been having a very good 2024. We've already had 2 Starfury events out the way, and tonight I'm going to be running through what we have planned for the rest of 2024, and hopefully you'll be able to join us at some of those events. Now, I don't really have any major guest announcements for this evening. I had been hoping for, but I've got to wait on some contracts. I'm waiting on some finalization on the final guests for Crossroads 8, as well as some guests to be announced for Witch Bomb and Highlanders 7, as well as also the next guest for Starfury Invasion, who may be just about the biggest guests that we've ever had at a Starfury event. I hopefully should be able to have all of that up and ready before next Friday, so keep an eye on our Twitter and our Facebook accounts on the website where it'll all go live there. However, the main reason why I'm doing a Facebook Live tonight is because we have 2 new events to announce. Now, for the first event, last week, we were all down at the Renaissance Hotel in Heathrow celebrating the television series Shadow and Bone at the Starfury event Into the Fold. I had intended for that event to be a one-off event, and the sales for it were not particularly great. So initially I was going to stick with that. There wasn't going to be another Shadow and Bone convention from Starfury. However, both the fans and the guests who came together attending that event, they turned it into one of the most enjoyable Starfury events that I've run. The fan base was absolutely fantastic. They brought a really welcoming and inclusive vibe to the event, and the whole feeling of the whole weekend was very similar to Witch Bomb last year. So it was a really incredible experience. So because I ended up enjoying myself so much at the event, and a lot of the fans seemed to be really enjoying themselves, very emotional at the event, I decided to give it one more go and run another event for fans of Shadow and Bone. Now, the event's a year away, and I only just decided that I'd go ahead with this one last week, so there's no confirmed guests for it just yet. But I can confirm that we'll be holding this event from the 7th to the 9th of March 2025 at the Renaissance Hotel in Heathrow. Tickets are on sale now for it over at Grotix, and I'll have further updates over the next few months once I start confirming the guests for that event. But we'll be back with Shadow and Bone, and that's Starfury, and it's going to be Starfury Into the Fold 2. That's going to be at the Renaissance Hotel from March 7th to 9th, 2025. So that's our first new event that we're announcing. Tickets are on sale over at Grotix now, if you wanted to jump in early. Now, the second new event that I'm announcing is Starfury Crossroads 9. Now, that's going to be taking place next September. Now, I've said quite a few times on this Facebook Live and over on social media that I wasn't 100% sure whether we'd be doing a second Crossroad event in this year. We've done, for the last 3 years, we've done a Crossroads event in September, and they've all been very successful. However, I wasn't too sure with the viability of doing a second Crossroads event in September this year. Also, last February, beginning of last month, when I was running Starfury Lux 3, our event for fans of Lucifer, it seemed to be coming to the end, but there was still a demand for Lucifer, and I was very much like, how can I keep this going? And the most sensible option to me was to combine Lucifer with Supernatural. There's a lot of guests that cross over between both shows, a lot of interest, and what I found is a lot of the fans watch both shows. So I felt you could do a Supernatural Lucifer event and the majority of the fans would be interested in both shows. But enough actors have been involved in both shows that even if you're only interested in Lucifer, or if you're only interested in Supernatural, the lineup for it would still be viable. Now, this event, it's going to be taking place from the 27th to the 29th at the Hilton Metropole Hotel in Birmingham. Now, the first guests that we have confirmed for this event are Richard Speight Jr. Now, Richard Speight Jr. played the Trickster on Supernatural, so he's well known to all Supernatural fans. Plus, he was also a director on Lucifer. So he's worked on both Lucifer and he's worked on Supernatural. Our second guest is Timothy Omundson, who appeared as Cain on Supernatural, and on Lucifer he played God. So that's another good crossover guest. He's also pretty well known for shows such as Xena, Psych, Gallivant, and 24. Tim's been in tons of stuff, and he's one of the nicest guests that you can ever meet. And talking of nicest guests, and the reason that I decided to go ahead with this event is that we also have Lucifer himself, Mr. Tom Ellis. Now, anytime you have Tom Ellis at an event, you are guaranteed an incredible time. He's one of the most amazing guests we've ever had, and he truly is an absolute star. It's always great having him along. When Tom wasn't available to attend Lux 3, I reached out to his management the beginning of last January and to see when he would be available and if he would be available to do an event later in the year. And when they got back to me last week, and it was the week before Into the Fold, and once he got back to me and said that he really wanted to do this, he was up for it. Once he agreed, that's how the event came together. I actually have a couple of other guests already confirmed. I think I'm going to announce those at Crossroads 8 next month. So that's something you can find out there. We've actually got 6 guests already signed up, but those are the 3 I've decided to announce now. So that's Starfury Crossroads now. Tickets are on sale now and can be purchased from our online shop at Grotix, But for Crossroads 9, we're going to be melding Lucifer and Supernatural together. So that's the good news. 2 exciting new events. However, as well as exciting new events, I do have to announce that we have some bad news with Ultimates Amalgam, and I'm going to be postponing that event. Now, unfortunately, there's been a huge drop in interest in both the Arrowverse and the MCU, and this has been very much reflected in the ticket sales. However, I've been working on getting a very solid headline guest who I felt would have generated and driven good ticket sales for the event, but unfortunately they got a job, schedule-wise it didn't work out, so they weren't available. So due to this, and to keep the Ultimates brand viable, I'm postponing the event to a later date. I'm currently working with that actor's management to look and see at alternative dates so we can make this event still work. Now, all the ticket holders should have received an email by now. And when we announce the new dates for it, if you can't make it, or if you find you're just no longer interested in attending the event, then you can just send me an email at info@starfury.co.uk and we'll give you a full refund and that'll be processed for you. So with Lux 3 and Into the Fold 2, Into the Fold, out of the way, those are our first 2 events for 2024. Our next event for 2024 is Crossroads 8. And that's our celebration of Supernatural. And we're also combining into it The Boys. And that's going to be taking place next month. We've got a great selection of guests. We've actually got 11 guests confirmed for that event. And the guests include Nathan Mitchell, who, as well as guest starring on Supernatural, is best known for playing Black Noir on The Boys. We also have Christian Keys. Christian Keys has been on both Supernatural and also The Boys. We have the incredible Stephen Williams. He's one of the funniest guests you could hope to meet. He's a great guy. He's also very well known for tons of other work outside of Supernatural. He was on The X-Files. He's been on a lot of stuff. From The Boys, purely a Boys guest, we have Toma Capone, who plays Frenchie on The Boys. And we also have Karen Fukuhara from The Boys as well. Also joining us, we have Rob Benedict. And we have Alexander Calvert, who, as well as having been on Supernatural, is currently appearing on The Boys spin-off series, Generation V. We have recently added in Corin Nemec, as well as appearing on Supernatural. He was also in the TV series Stargate. We've got Todd Stashwick, who as well as guest starring on Supernatural, most recently was appearing in the series Picard. We have the hugely popular Jim Beaver, and could it be a Starfury Crossroads event without Mark Sheppard? Yes, Mark Sheppard will be along for this event. So that's Crossroads 8. The final guest should be, I pretty much had confirmation the other day. We're just finalizing out the contract, and we should be advertising them from next week. So that'll be 12 guests for this event. Next Friday, we'll also be putting on sale, as well as photo ops for the new guests. We'll also be putting up the meet and greets on sale. They'll be going on next Friday for Crossroads 8. Now, straight after we have Crossroads 8, we then have Starfury Invasion. Now, Invasion always used to be our general sci-fi event. This time I've resurrected the Invasion brand, and we're very much focusing on the Disney Plus Star Wars shows and very much Ahsoka. That event's going to be taking place at the Hilton Metropole Hotel, and that's from the 28th to the 30th of June. And the guests we have attending from The Mandalorian, we have Katie O'Brien, and we also have Omid Abtai. And from Ahsoka, we have Nelson Lee, we have Wes Chatham, we have Diana Lee Inosanto, We're actually missing one of the graphics here, unfortunately. Sorry about that. But we also have Eman Esfandi. As well as that, we also have Ivana Sakno. And finally, we have finally, we have Natasha Leo Bordizzo. So that's a huge number of guests from Star Wars shows, specifically Ahsoka. We finalized the contract. It's all gone off, been through the lawyers, got a little bit going through. So hopefully next Friday, I'll be announcing the 9th guest for this event, who I actually personally feel is one of the biggest guests we've ever had at a Starfury event. So you should probably try and get your tickets now if you're thinking about coming, because I won't be surprised if we have a stampede next week. But I can't believe I've managed to sign this guest up. I'm absolutely thrilled about it, and hopefully I should be able to announce it, provided we don't have any hiccups, towards the end of next week. Now, that event, Starfury Invasion, that's taking place at the end of June, and in mid-July, that's July 19th to the 21st, we're back at the Hilton Metropole Hotel for Highlanders 7. Now, Highlanders is our annual event celebrating the television series Outlander. Goals are already sold out. We still have a limited number of regular tickets yet left. We got some really good guests already confirmed. We've got Ed Spaliers, who's done a ton of stuff. Most recently, he appeared in the TV series Picard. We also have the lovely Sophie Skelton, and we have the ever popular David Berry. So it's just 3 guests at the moment, but we should be announcing further guests in the next week or so. I can state for both Highlander 7 and also for Invasion, the hotel's now taking bookings. I've put the link on the website, and I've put it in the Facebook groups, and I'll be sending an email out to attendees this weekend with the booking link. So you can start booking your hotel rooms if you wanted to stay at the Hilton Metropole for the event. I have to forgive my chest, too many cigars. Right, the next event after that is Starfury Red Dragon 6. Now, this is a very important event for me, because aside from the fact that the Fanables are some of the most amazing fans to spend time with, and the cast of Hannibal is absolutely amazing. Any cast brought together by Brian Fuller's genius is going to be amazing. It's the last of our holdovers from COVID. This event was supposed to take place in 2020, and we're now holding it from the 2nd to the 4th of August at the Radisson Blu Heathrow. It's going to be an awesome event. Anything with the Fanables is always awesome. Now, if you booked for this event before it got moved due to the pandemic and you're not able to make the new dates, make sure you get a refund request in, because the refund period won't be open for much longer, as we should be able to announce our main guests soon. However, we've got 2 guests currently confirmed. We have Jeremy Davis, who's one of the nicest guys you can ever meet, and also Caroline Davernus. This is going to be the very first ever convention appearance for the female lead of Hannibal. So just that alone is going to make it a very exciting event. Then the week after that, we go straight into Witch Bomb. Now, Starfury Witch Bomb is going to be taking place at the Renaissance Hotel in Heathrow from the 9th to the 11th of August. Now, Witch Bomb is an event that's going to cover Motherland Fort Salem and Warrior Nun. Now, at the moment, the guests that we have confirmed for this are Amalia Hall. We also have Lynn Renee. And for our first time at a Starfury event, we have Jessica Sutton. So that's who we've got at the moment. That event's going to be taking place from 9th to the 11th of August at the Renaissance Hotel, Heathrow. The Warrior Nun, we're going to have 3 Warrior Nun guests, and we're going to have 6 Motherland Fort Salem guests. Should be able to announce some more guests next week. There's contracts going through at the moment. Then that pulls us through to our next event. Well, our next event's actually Crossroads 9 after that, and I've already spoken through that one. And then after that, we have Crossroads. No, we don't. We have Enchanted 5. Now, Enchanted 5 is going to be taking place at the Hilton Birmingham Metropole Hotel Hilton, and that's going to be taking place from 1st to 3rd of November. And among the guests that we have attending that event, we have Lana Perella, we have Colin O'Donoghue, we have Rebecca Madder, we have Karen David, we have Beverly Elliott, we've also got Raphael Sabaj and Isabella Blake Thomas. Now, we'd actually finished with Once Upon a Time. Enchanted 4 was supposed to be our final Once Upon a Time event. That was over 2 years ago. However, we've been having the demand so much, I was able to work out a deal with the actors. So we're bringing it back for one more time. It's had a really good response so far. So that Starfury Enchanted, we have one more event after that, and that's Starfury, the Republic of Pirates. And that event is going to be taking place from the 8th to the 10th of November. And we're going to be celebrating the television series Our Flag Means Death. Now, I can't actually announce any guests for it at the moment. We're going to be announcing guests for that around middle of June. I had got one guest confirmed, and I had gone ahead and announced them. And then the management asked me to withdraw the announcement because of our Flag Meets Death cast are going to be doing another event in the UK around May period. So I've just been asked to hold off on announcements until June, July period. So what I'm going to do is we're going to be holding off till then, and then we're going to announce a whole pile of guests all at once. So just keep your eyes out for June, July period when we'll be announcing the guests for the Our Flag Meets Death event, the Republic of Pirates. If you want to wait, just hold off on buying tickets then until we start announcing the guests for it. But that's going to be at the Renaissance Hotel in Heathrow from the 8th to the 10th of November. So that basically brings it up. Basically, I just did this Facebook Live as a bit of a quickie, and I'm still suffering from con crud from last week, but I did this event as a quickie just to announce Crossroads 9 and also Into the Fold 2 to get it out there to attendees about those events. We had a few guest announcements, but the main bigger guest announcements we're going to be doing next week, hopefully. So keep an eye on our social media profile and for when those announcements are coming together. Got to edit together the videos for all the highlights from Lux 3 and Into the Fold. So I'll be doing another Facebook Live probably before the end of this month where we'll have those videos, have some proper trailers up and ready. But this was just a quick one. So thanks for joining us tonight, and I hope to see you shortly at a Starfury event. Take care.
Oh